Hello everyone, Marsh W13 here with another quick dining review, and today we're at the Cromwell in Las Vegas on a Saturday, and I've decided to grab a quick weekend brunch at Giada, a concept brought to us by the famous Food Network star and goddess of Italian cuisine, Giada de Laurentiis. And this is of course the brunch menu, which features quite a few breakfast-like items, all with an Italian-American twist, along with salads, pasta dishes, and panini. There's also quite an extensive selection of beers, mostly American wines by the glass, and some signature cocktails, including a Prosecco-based sangria, a frosé, and a Giada Rita. I went with some good old-fashioned spring water, and I must say it's a shame Aquapana is often overlooked as a mineral water brand, as it is a very close approximation to Evian, which is my personal standard, particularly when served in one of these beautiful glass bottles. And what a nice, bright, airy ambiance with lots of ambient light. And Giada, which has been open for a number of years now, still does a great business, although as you can see at this time of day you don't exactly need a reservation. I think the fact that it's really the only traditional sit-down restaurant at the Cromwell probably helps significantly in maintaining a relatively steady stream of clientele, although some of the initial buzz may have worn off just a bit since the grand opening. One of Giada's signatures is the orzo meatballs made of beef blended with orzo pasta, which I presume would take the place of traditional breadcrumbs. And the orzo does indeed provide a pleasant bread-like quality, while larger pieces of the pasta are interspersed throughout the meatballs. This is a fairly small portion for the price at $16.99 in 2022. That's over $4 per cocktail-sized meatball. But overall, it's a very well-balanced dish with an appropriate equilibrium of meat, filler, and cheese, and the sauce is quite complimentary as well, with just the right amount of acidity and not overly herbaceous. In the end, the orzo as a meatball ingredient is a bit gimmicky, but there are times when the textural contrast with normal meatballs is more prominent. These meatballs would certainly go very well on a bed of pasta. There are several signature main dishes to choose from for brunch, but I went with the Salmon Benedict. The salmon comes in the form of salmon cakes topped with traditional poached eggs. The hollandaise came on the side along with toast accompanied by lemon mascarpone and raspberry jam. Thankfully, the salmon itself is not terribly overpowering. The addition of the piquillo pepper gave the impression of almost a breaded jalapeno popper. Some of the other elements are less distinctive, like the fairly standard hollandaise and the spinach, which was a nice touch. But the combination of the slight bitterness of the spinach, the slight sweetness and heat from the peppers, the savory salmon, and the rich hollandaise with the creamy poached eggs was a compelling composition. And believe it or not, it was lighter than you might think, but still a good hangover recovery dish. As for the extra buttery and toasty bread and condiments, the raspberry jam is quite unique, nearly candied in its consistency and flavor profile, and it stands up well against the charred toast and the mild but creamy lemon mascarpone, which stands as a whimsical butter substitute. And let's just check out the cook on these poached eggs. Perfect. So, in conclusion, what do I have to say about Giada? Well, I can't speak for the dinner experience, but brunch here is just what you'd aspire to for a late morning or early afternoon weekend meal in Las Vegas. It's not too crowded or hurried, the food is distinctive, you have a wide selection of typical brunch and other Giada signature dishes, you get that celebrity chef experience without necessarily the stratospheric prices or impossible to get reservations. The atmosphere is bright and cheerful, and if you're at the Cromwell, it's really your only on-site option anyway. So for multiple reasons, I have to give it 2 thumbs up, and I promise you I'll be back. If you have occasion to try Giada at the Cromwell yourself, let me know what you think. Otherwise, safe travels and great eats. Marsh W13 out.